Blue Dot family, we're always having fun. If you like my story and you really think it rhymes, I think my Blue Dot family should sing it one more time. So my story's over and I really gotta go, 'cause I just see John post another show. For my Blue Dot family, I hope this goes so well, because then we'll see Donnie go straight to jail. So become a member of our Blue Dot family. You can be like John and say, "Are you shitting me?"
Are you
We got
shitting
it
me?
working.
We got it working, baby. That's
Thank
our own
goodness.
T.W. Travis singing that song. We appreciate it very much. We are late because we're having trouble with our internet. We had storms blow through here today. No, well, it rained.
Just like a storm when it doesn't ever rain.
Yeah, when it doesn't rain for a long, long time and it does. Oh, it's a storm. Look at
Kind of
there.
spooks you a little bit.
But we had trouble with our internet. Looks like right now it's holding on, but forgive us if we dump. And it's possible because we've been doing it. It's done it twice. Anyway, it's Tuesday, and I'm glad to be here. I hope y'all are too. I seen Dwizzle Snizzle in there. Jumped in on Periscope, baby. We appreciate you every time. Joy Peters is in there. Claudia Garcia's in there. Tammy Simpson, thanks, baby, for coming in. And, oh, love the shirt, Claudia says. That's right. When you elect a clown, expect a circus. And ain't it happening now? Holy shit. We woke up today and done fired John Bolton, his security advisor, his national security advisor. He's number 3. Now we're going to have to look for number 4. So we don't know who that's going to be yet, but Donnie will pull somebody out of his butt and we'll get a new national security advisor. It's kind of funny. I got to talk to, as a matter of fact, I talked to David Robertson out in Everett, Washington today. We was talking on the phone about how this happened, because John Bolton, according to him, he offered to resign yesterday. Last night, he told Donnie, I'll resign. Donnie told him yesterday, no, we'll talk about it tomorrow. So Bolton was going to resign last night, and Donnie says, no, let's wait. Sleep on it, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. So what does Donnie wake up? Gets out his little Twitter phone, because that's what Donnie does, and tweets out John Bolton firing. And it's another shit show. It's the show de jour of the day. Look at me, I fired him. No, you didn't, you jerk ass. It's the same thing that when he was on The Apprentice, on his show, when they got the "you're fired" shit. No, he never did that crap. It was in the script, baby, who he was going to fire. It was already, they know who was going to get fired and everything. That was his line, "you're fired." It's a bunch of con man bullshit that what he does. But it shows him just what a backstabbing little shit he is. He's already gone through, he's already gone through Michael Flynn. Well, we know how that ended. And H.R. McMaster, well, he couldn't handle him either. Now we got John Bolton, and he's gone. So there ain't no, who has Donnie, where's the pool that he's going to pull from? That's what I'm wondering. He's shitting out admirals and left. We got to remember about Rex Tillerson. He's out of there. General Mathis resigned. John Kelly, he quit. Dan Coates, he quit just the other day. Admiral Mike Rogers quit. He's running through, let's say he's in his 3rd year. It's ridiculous. The man can't keep anything going on. And it's just, it's pitiful. But it reiterates what he told us yesterday when he was asked who his closest advisors are. Him. I talk to myself. I believe that shit. He probably goes into a room and talks to himself all day. Well, he talks to the TV. That's what he does. Sits on his damn bed and talks to the TV and gripes. Oil went down like shit when Bolton. As soon as Bolton got fired, oil prices dropped. You know why? Because they was all hoping for a war, because oil prices boom up there, baby. It'll be a high commodity, and darn, no war. You know, because that's what he clashed with Donnie. He said on different policy. Yeah, the policy of Iran, because John Bolton has got a hard on for going to war with Iran forever, and everybody knew it when he got hired, when Donnie picked him in the first place, and he's all set to go to war with North Korea. Hell yeah, let's start lobbing bombs over there. Which, by the way, North Korea's been shooting off little missiles again here lately, and they want another meeting. Playing this in like a fiddle, baby. That's what UN's doing. You know, select these things out. I mean, shoot these things out, and then ask for a meeting. I don't know. It's pitiful. It's another shit show goes on every day. You know, and it's like I said, the story of the day, the whole Bolton firing thing. But he's got about a week or so. He'll come up with somebody, and in the meantime, I read the story, the outline of his little rally in Fayetteville, North Carolina last night. Holy shit. You know, I was glad to see, for one thing, that the news shows aren't throwing that up on the TV every 5 seconds. You know, every time the man got up on the stage, they had a camera up there. They wanted to throw it up there because we knew we were all going to get a big laugh over something stupid that he was going to say. So I was glad to see that they're cutting down on that bullshit. And they just give you highlights or something you can read or play a video of if you want to see the real thing. But it's really funny because I was looking at all the list of the shit that he talked about, and it started out with the greatest election in history. And the fake news will say George Washington had a more famous election, but don't believe it. Donnie had the most famous election, the biggest election victory in history, and he's still up there pouting that shit. That's the first thing he rolls out of the cage with, is his election, and how the fake news media is responsible for you not knowing that it is the greatest in history. It's just a bunch of bullshit. I had written down everything that he did and says at that rally, but it's a bunch of hogwash. But I did. If you notice, the title of the show tonight was Under Normal Rules. I'm going to skip all this other shit that he said because he said a whole lot of stuff. He's got his walls about the illegal voting. You know, we're all socialists and all that. But he said under normal circumstances, under normal rules, he has to be out in 2024. But maybe we have to go for more. And he's not talking the number 4. The FOR. Maybe we need to go for more. That's the mentality that he keeps trying to push, and you can bet your ass in this election he's going to do everything he can to scream that it's been rigged, it's been illegal voters out the wazoo, all the bullshit that he said before. You can bet your ass he's going to be right out there with it again. And you know, if he could get away with it, baby, he will. That's where we come in. We can't, you know, we are the guardians of this country, baby. We are the guardians of liberty, and we will protect it. And we will not have that on. Anyway, Sarah Palin's getting a divorce. Okay. That's enough of that shit. That's all it has to be said there.
Wait.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah. She's getting a divorce.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
check it
didn't
out.
hear that.
Google that shit. Yeah, she's getting a divorce.
I'm going to totally Google it. I have
Are
no
you serious?
idea.
Yeah. He filed for divorce.
Oh,
Is the first story I read, yeah. I just thought it was funny.
Holy shit, I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Well, I'm glad it tickles you.
Yeah, I mean, the whole family's a joke, so it's
yeah.
like, the good Christian family, you know, divorce is supposed to be bad and all that shit, and now they're getting a divorce, so,
Yeah.
of course I'm going to find that a little bit humorous, so.
Do you have your little plug-in thing?
Yeah, as long as you're not playing any copyrighted material.
No copyrighted material.
No Rocky Mountain Mike?
Yeah, a little bit of Rocky Mountain
Nope,
Mike.
that's copyrighted. That's how we got in trouble the first time.
Really?
I'm sorry, I have to do this, people, but I have to keep him in check.
Shit.
We want to get back on YouTube as
Freaking
soon as we
party
can.
pooper.
Yeah, well, I'll take the party pooper card anytime, as long as it means we stay on the air.
Well, it was a cute little thing
If
I had on there.
you can
from
recommend
Sarah
the
Palin.
track and have people go look it up.
Yeah, if you can check up Rocky Mountain Mike,
Which track was it that you wanted to
it's
show?
Sarah Palin's America.
Okay.
And it's the story of America as told by Sarah Palin.
So in that case, everybody
And
should
it's
look
funny
that
as
up.
shit. Everybody should look that up. Rocky
you go.
Mountain Mike, Sarah Palin's America.
There you go. Boom.
That's it. She's up to her ass in divorce papers. Val Wood said, good. It's just funny as shit, I thought. Just one of those little side things that go. you know.
It's rare that I can hear a story come on the news and get a little chuckle out of it, because everything else is like, it's like a joke that's really bad, but, you know, being repeated every single day, and it gets really old and really gross. That was just like a breath of fresh air, something that doesn't have to do with Trump or any of his cronies. So.
No, sir, pal.
Yeah, all about that shit.
Biting the bullet. I wonder why it took him so long. Anyway, let's go into our Discord room and see who's in. I see Velda's in here. How are you doing this evening?
Pretty good.
There you go. You have a nice Monday. Get through that all right?
Yeah, with the exception of the phone lines and the computers and yada yada.
All
But
the
yeah.
shit. Yeah. All in all, we're good.
Yeah.
More people in the blue room. I just thought that you know that.
I'll get to that in just a second, Velica.
Oh yeah, I can't. There's lots of. How are you, Velica?
I'm alright. I'm finally eating my dinner.
There you go. What you eating? I want to know.
I made some stir fry.
Some ribeye?
Stir fry.
Stir fry. I'm sorry.
Stir fry.
I love Chinese, baby.
I had that a couple days ago. I had the ribeye thing, I think, a couple days ago.
No, because stir fry is good for you. It's good and healthy, too. I love Chinese food, baby. I could eat it all the time. Yogi, are you in here, buddy?
I'm here.
All right, and we're glad you are. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Good. How's the weather up in your area?
It was humid today, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's good. Everybody's doing fine. We know how Mitch was doing. How you doing, Mitch?
Yes. Much better. I would have to say not pissing blood is definitely an improvement.
That's a big improvement. Mitch had a stone, I guess. He posted about it, so we're all knowledgeable out of it, but I can't imagine that. I don't. I stay away from that thought. It just makes me cringe.
I was very upset. But I also, just so you guys know, I have been staying in Michigan. Most of you guys know, and
Right.
the whole thing happened, so I'm away from home, which sucks.
Right.
And so I've been doing these little videos, if you want to catch, and they're kind of like me cooking, like trying to make decent food.
I
in
saw
my little suite that I have here.
I saw
I
you
made steak
cooking
the
with
other
Mitch.
day.
I
Yeah,
seen
and
that.
I called, my brother calls it the cramped kitchen.
The cramped kitchen.
And I kind of do, yeah. I
That's
do like cooking, a little bit of cooking and a little bit of politics and all kind of low key stuff. So
Hell yeah.
keep an eye out for that.
Well, we will.
Yeah,
we
for
will.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look into that, because I do like watching people cook. I like the idea of becoming a better cook one day when I get away from just frying food up in the skillet. But I don't know, watching someone cook a really good meal is always entertaining. So I'm gonna have to drop in and check that shit out.
Cooking a half decent meal in a suite. It's first off, it's challenging because you don't have, you can't drag the stuff all over.
Right.
You can't keep your cooking stuff.
Right.
So you have to do with what's in the suite or what you're willing to bring.
There you go.
And that presents an interesting challenge. And then, depending on what you're cooking, you can smell it everywhere. And not too many people that stay in these hotels actually cook, even though that it's there. They might heat up some soup or make some ramen noodles or something. But they're not. They're not an idiot like me.
No,
They're
let's
not
whip
gonna
out the pots
actually
and
try
pans.
make a meal.
There you go.
And then there's a dishwasher here. So when you're done, you put everything in the dishwasher, wake up in the morning, pack it up,
Just
and
like
go.
home, Except we ain't got no dishwasher.
I was about to say, I've never used a
No, we
dishwasher
don't
in my
have a
life,
dishwasher.
so
Dishwasher, you're looking
you put
at
me in
it.
front of one, I wouldn't even know how to use it.
I'll get in trouble if I say that. Mama does most of the dishwashing. I help.
It's a magic box.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
The dishes get dirty and they
I
come
heard
out
it's
with-
magical.
It is a magic box.
Yeah, we had one. We had one in the previous house that we had, and it was always nice.
Oh, dude, I have an awesome announcement, by the way.
What do you got, Mitch?
We made an offer on a new house, and they accepted our offer today.
Outstanding.
We're going to be, we're not
Homeowners.
downsizing. We're going from 4 bedrooms to 4 bedrooms, but we're going to figure out a place for Zach is going to move in with Margaret someplace.
Ah.
So we're moving to another place. It's much closer to Pittsburgh, closer to the airport, just
there you go.
outside
That'll
the
make
Pittsburgh
things-
city line.
That'll make things easier on you with the way you travel.
Oh yeah. And it's a gorgeous little house. It was built in 1968. It has an beautiful integrated stained glass window on the front of the house.
Oh my!
It doesn't look like much, but well, hopefully you guys will all get to know it because and that happened today. So actually, while I'm talking to you guys and cooking dinner, I'm also e-signing our final offer and got to start putting together the mortgage application.
Badass.
Also,
Badass.
as an asterisk, I'm getting a VA loan.
Outstanding.
Because I'm a veteran.
Right.
So you would not believe. Guess how much interest this mortgage is?
Oh shit! I'm hoping
6%.
I'm hoping it's a little lower.
Lower.
I'm thinking more
Way
like
lower.
4. I'll go with
way lower.
3.
1.
If you're getting into 2.
2.85.
2.85. 2.85. Boy, howdy shit. I don't even want to fucking talk about mine.
Man.
I ain't telling you.
Lock that in for 30.
Lock that shit up. 2.85%. Boy, howdy, that's good. That's good. The economy is good. Thank you, Mr. Obama.
God bless America.
Yeah.
God bless America and our $22 trillion debt and our $1 trillion deficit.
Yep.
Yet we're
Oh, don't
still
worry
able
about that
to
shit.
loan former public servants like me decent. And it's not like the government's loaning it to me. They just guarantee.
Yeah, they just guarantee. Yeah, they're just saying, don't worry about it. We got you covered. If he bails on
this guy's a veteran.
Yeah, we trust him.
He got honorably discharged. He has probably more, 3 or more brain cells.
Yeah, that's me. I got my VA certificate. So I got my VA certificate. Look at here. I'm cleared.
That is awesome.
I'm good to go.
Really quick, before we go any further, we want to also welcome TW Travis to the call. How's it going, man?
Not too bad. Are you guys tonight?
Oh, we're hanging in there, buddy. Trying
Doing
to
good
deal
now
with
that
weather.
the signal's like freaking.
Is it getting better?
Well, that's good. That's good.
Picking up. Good. Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Maybe it washed the antenna off.
Maybe.
Just had to get the shit off of it, and we're getting a better signal.
You guys had a better. Well, you guys probably had a better night than I did last night. So
Oh no! What happened to you?
my team lost.
Oh,
boy.
who's that?
The Broncos. Yeah, they
The
were.
Broncos. Oh,
They
lost.
were against the Oakland Raiders, and they got whooped
Oh,
so
shit.
bad. We
Yeah.
felt it here.
Or you own it outright?
Yeah. Dallas walked away with a win. So I was happy.
Yeah,
there.
I heard that.
Mitch,
Yay.
Mitch, are you a Steelers fan, Mitch?
Mitch,
Yes, I am.
Oh.
I am.
Yeah, we got our ass whooped.
Oh,
Let me tell you. Yeah, listen.
Listen.
Listen. I used to be, back in the day when I went to Rutgers, my roommate came from Rochester, New York, and they're all Bills fans. So when I was in college from 82 to all the years through 92, which is when they went to their 4th Super Bowl, I was a hardcore Bills fan. And I had to go through losing the Super Bowl 4 times. So I just want to say, fuck all of you.
I know the feeling, Mitch.
Well, here's the
You wanna
thing.
talk
I
about
mean,
it?
not that I care about sports ball, but I will say this much.
Ball.
Like, Yogi, you were, no offense, man, you were part of the talking shit brigade, so I wonder if this was a little bit of karma or
There
something.
you go. What goes around comes around, man.
Hey, I'm the president of the
You gotta
Cowboys
talk
fan
sweet about my
club.
Cowboys, man. See? You brought bad luck in there, man.
But hey, again, I'm a neutral party
Yeah,
in
you're
this.
neutral
I
party.
don't really care about sports ball. It's one of those things where I'd either rather be involved playing it or actually seeing it in front of me, because I can imagine going to a sports event's fun. But
No,
on
I've
TV,
been
it's
there.
like
Not anymore.
No,
It really is not.
I'd rather stay
Too
home.
much money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Too
I'd
much
rather.
money.
Better view.
That's right, Belda. You get a better view at home on your TV. You go to the stadium, you're distracted half the time anyway.
That's fair.
And then you don't have to fight the fans to get to the bathroom and
Yeah.
get back.
And you say, and you keep
They
repeating
said
when
on
you're.
that one movie, it was, what was it? I think it was, yeah, I haven't felt a beating that bad until they let the monkey loose.
I always kept saying the same damn thing when I went. For one beer?
And-
Really? That much?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't go for
That's-
the beer.
I kept repeating that shit.
Yeah.
That's
Ours actually
There's something
does. You
special.
do when you buy two. That's the way
Yeah.
they've done it. They've done it that for. You're like, okay, so do I give you my car?
yeah, really. Where did I just sign the title over or what?
Just
Anyway,
my firstborn, I guess.
yeah, that kind of shit.
Anyway,
Hey,
there's something
John.
special about going to a Steelers game when you go and you're actually there and you're with all the Steelers fans and you're in a stadium where literally everybody is wearing black and gold except for a few brave people who are wearing the jersey of whatever poor
Yeah.
fucks happen to be in town.
Boy, howdy, I don't.
And I'll tell you, you go all over the world, and if you travel a lot, you should know every town has a Steelers bar, and you can go in there, and you will instantly make friends with whoever you find there. Every town also has a Cowboys bar.
There you go.
But if you go in there, you're likely to get the shit kicked out of you.
Wow.
So that's the difference.
I
Hey,
come.
John,
Yes, ma'am.
before we get into the shit storm that is, did you get the I sent you some pictures to your private message. Did you see those little donkeys?
Oh no.
Where'd you send them at? Facebook, Discord, or?
Oh,
Yes,
I
I
saw
did.
those on Facebook. Those are so cute. Those little miniature donkeys.
Oh,
Yeah, they only
Oh,
get
they're so
30 inches
adorable.
tall.
I
30
thought
to
it was-
36 inches tall.
boy,
And they're
howdy.
right now they're the size of a standard, not a standard poodle, but a miniature poodle.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I'm gonna try to bring that up really quick.
Oh baby,
And they are so cute.
donkeys
They
can
are.
steal your heart
Oh,
so
they're cute.
fast because they
I want a herd
get
of them.
they get attached. You know they return that love. They really do. They know who you
I
are.
told you.
Well,
I told you in the message was you need 2 of these to go with
Yeah.
for Jenny.
With Jenny. Jenny needs a partner. She's
I
Travis
even
is.
have something that I kind of.
Like I said, when I saw those pictures, I thought of you, John.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. I appreciate that. She is my darling.
I left something in your messenger, so it's a little.
Oh, now
a
see,
little tape.
as everybody's listening right now, if you send me something on Messenger, I could see it and maybe I couldn't see it. That my Messenger is filled up a whole bunch. As a matter of fact, Travis just pulled it
Yeah,
up.
I'm trying to find everything here right now.
There are before I forget, while he's looking at that, I wanted to shout out to Amy Werner up in Pittsburgh. And darling, next game, baby, next game, go Steelers, baby. That's my buddy up in we've been ever since before I started on the when I was just writing on my Facebook about shit I was pissed off about. Amy friended me. We've been friends ever since. Oh, look at them pictures.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, look at that shit. Don't show that to Mama. Oh, man.
You've got to show it to Marsha. You
Hang
really
on.
do. You got to show it to her.
I'm gonna put these up on
Travis
the screen.
gonna put it up on the screen.
1 second. I just gotta get
That's
this.
just, oh, man, if you know,
Aren't they
they're
adorable?
just so cute. Jenny started out as miniature. She's not miniature, not so small anymore, but they're not that small. These are miniatures. These are just cuties. Yes.
They get anywhere between 30 to 36 inches tall.
Wow.
Max.
Yeah, they're small. And smart, baby. They,
Was that Jenny just on?
I don't think she just hee-hawed. She did earlier, like maybe a few minutes ago, but not now.
Not now.
God
She's under the
damn
hat.
I
it.
just heard her.
Look at that.
I
That
want a
is so sweet.
whole. Hopefully, this is taking me to the next photo. You can see how slow our internet's going.
Oh, look at that. Sticking his head right up there. There's my weakness, baby, right there. Donkeys are just so, they're
So
just so
poofy.
lovable. Yeah, that one's fluffy, ain't he? That's
So
cute.
poofy.
I'm telling you.
Oh God, Velda, thanks for sending these.
Yeah, Mom will get a
I've
kick out
never
of
seen them
those.
like this before.
That's so cute. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
There
if
you
I
go.
had the money, I'd send you 3 or 4 of
Well, we would. We'd take them too.
them.
I'd have to do some more cross fencing. No, I'm telling you, man. That discussion has gone around the house since we lost Boomer. Jenny's out there by herself now, and I always don't like that when she's down.
Those would be perfect.
Yes, they would.
They look so cute.
They are.
And
They
I might
would
have
think
to get
she
one
would.
for my new house. but
I'm
I
telling you,
already
if you
got
got
one.
some land, you know, got a little land that you can have a little running around room out. They're just so entertaining, and you know, so lovable.
Jenny would think they were her little babies.
They would. She probably would. She probably would. Anyway, let's get off the sweeties. Ain't that cute shit. That's enough. Somebody asked me today how many animals do you have? Because when I posted up Fred's picture, video there, and we got to thinking, well, we got 4 dogs, 2 inside cats. We have Fred, and then outside we have about 13.
I don't even
14,
want to guess how many cats.
Depending on what day you look, is somewhere around 15 cats out there, and plus all your pets, which are.
Yep. We don't got anything like. I had to be reminded. I went to a friend's house yesterday.
Yeah.
They'll be nameless because that's the way they roll.
Oh,
And they have a huge collection of many different types of reptiles and bugs. And I always get so
Bugs?
admired. Yeah, I get admired by this collection because honestly, the individual who owns all these are very young, and I've never seen such an individual have so much responsibility at such a young age, and not only take care of them but breed them as well. And it's just like
You're breeding bugs.
yeah, I mean some bugs, but I'm talking mostly snakes and lizards and all sorts of other awesomeness. But yeah, it's just like goddamn
To each his own.
What power to them?
Yeah, exactly.
We've got 9 ducks,
Better than me.
5 silkies, 9 Rhode Island Reds, 2 dogs,
Oh.
1 cat.
There you go.
I miss my chickens. Every time somebody brings up chickens, I just miss my chickens. Damn, I miss my chickens.
Entertaining
Yeah.
pets
And
and
we
a good
still-
supply of
and-
groceries.
What's that?
And we still have the chickens to butcher.
Oh, you do that, Velda?
Yep.
Oh.
Hey, you gotta do what
I
you
know,
gotta do.
baby. I
What
know.
was that?
It ain't like I ain't never done it before. It's just I ain't doing it no more.
That's why it's taking so long.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. No.
How big is your chicken? 395 pounds. Just couldn't kill it.
No. Once I put a name to something, that's it. We ain't eating that one. It's a pet. That's got a name. Once I name it, they're safe.
They're raptors.
That's it.
Is
Oh,
what they're called. We
Oh.
call them all raptors.
they are. Look at how them things is made. Can you imagine meeting that thing 1,000 years ago when it was, 20 foot tall?
Nope.
Holy shit! Peck you right out
We
of there.
figured those 15 hens that we've got our Cornish cross. By the time we get through butchering them, we're going to have close to about 75 pounds of chicken.
That's a lot of soup.
That is a lot of. That's a lot of chicken fajitas. That's a lot.
Didn't you get some of that today?
Yes, I did. I picked
Okay,
up
I
some
thought
chicken
so.
fajitas.
Gonna have to clean the grill for that.
Yep. Clean the grill up. Did you see the pork chops? I
Yum,
bought?
yum.
I got
Oh,
some
I didn't
nice
see the
big,
pork chops you got.
nice thick
Oh
ones.
man,
man.
I
I
haven't
think-
had a decent chicken fajita in
Oh Lord, yeah.
years.
Well, you ought to come around our house.
All I was going to tell you though, John, is I put a little taste on there for you and Travis. I think you'll both get a really good kick out of it.
I'm gonna make a note right here on my phone to actually remember to go through Dad's. You're saying
Yes.
that was on Facebook, right?
Messenger. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't have your phone thing yet, so otherwise I would have sent it to your phone, Travis.
Yeah, no, it's one of those
Well,
things
we'll
where it's
send
like,
you my phone thing.
no, you need
that's-
Dad's phone thing.
Yeah,
We'll call
that's
it
how I talk to a lot of our blue dots.
Yeah, because right now it's like the inbox just gets so full and we miss a lot.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's like even my Facebook, I get a lot of mail too, and I try to get to what I can, but it's just like after a while it gets so overwhelming and you can't reply to everybody, and it's like, oh shit,
Yep.
you know. But
I think you guys will get a kick out of it.
well, I'm
It's
looking
just-
forward to it. If it's what I think it is, if it's more music, then I'm really excited.
It's more music. It's kind of a rock ballad.
Hell yeah.
I want to hear
The
it.
best kind of rock.
I want to hear it. I'm going way down my list and I don't see it. I get a lot of attachments.
You'll
and a lot
see
of,
it's a little attachment, and it's probably just a little blue line with a little. That's the TW Travis sent you this.
I'll let Travis look. I'm telling you right now, I am terrible on Messenger. That thing today with Fred, that was from my phone. Now I hope to get better at this shit. I used my phone.
That was actually pretty good. I heard him say, "Tickle me."
Oh yeah, I was trying to get him to say, you want a margarita, because that's what he's known for. And of course,
he was sure he was making his noise. He's
yeah, he sings. He can be very annoying. Don't think he can't, but no, most of the time, he'll sing. He sings a song in Spanish, something about a broken love. That's all I can pick out of it. And then his most usual line is, "Do you want a margarita?" Ike, you want a margarita? You want a margarita? Ike, But a lot of the time, he talks like he's on the phone. Now, mind you, I inherited the bird from a lady that had passed away, and this lady would talk to her daughter on the phone, and we knew her daughter very well, still do. And but you can sit there, and the bird will start, hey, yeah, okay. You coming over? You coming over? Okay, okay, all right. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And it would just be like a one-sided conversation that you would hear on the phone. But what's pitiful is when he starts yelling help. That's pitiful, because if you're outside my house, you'd swear there's somebody in that house screaming for help. We laugh all day. That bird.
My cousin's bird. They had a cat, and it would walk around, and they had the thing up pretty high, so the cat couldn't get up there. Yeah, you'd see him on top of that perch.
That cat?
Damn cat. That damn cat. I'd like to eat that cat.
Yeah.
And then he'd get pissed off and he'd go, "That fucking cat." And I don't know where because I don't know where, he'd just pick it up, like little words, and he'd figure it out after a minute, and it, damn cat.
Damn cat. I'm telling
That's
you,
funny.
I think my dogs don't even mess with that bird. They can look at that bird and see the beak on that thing, and that bird's not afraid of anything. You'll come right at them dogs.
Nope.
Them dogs will turn and run.
What do they say? It's like 20 pounds per square inch or something like that.
Oh, he crushed. We give
finger.
him chicken bones.
It's crushing.
I always tell him, man, look at here, Fred, you're Kennel Bub, because he loves chicken. He loves chicken, and it's always he'll holler until he gets a chicken bone. We even go out for chicken or something. We bring home a chicken bone, and he'll just crush it. And I keep thinking, well, that could be your finger. Just yes, he's got a lot of.
That's just wrong, John. He's a cannibal.
Yes, he's a cannibal. I tell him, look at that, man. That's a bird. You're eating a bird, Fred. And he's like, screw it. They taste good. Taste like chicken.
My mom had a parakeet, and his name was Speedy.
Yeah.
And this dog could bark like our little cockapoo.
They can imitate very well.
And the first time he did that, my mom could hear Rufus barking outside, she thought. So she starts calling him, and she turns around and says, "Well, hell with you, Rufus." And there he is asleep on the floor.
Damn.
And then the bird goes barking again, and it like, oh.
It's the bird. Oh, Fred I'll be sitting back here in this room, what we call the set now, piddling around it, and I'll hear, honey. Well, shit, I think that's Marcia calling me, so I'll get up. No, it's Fred. So it keeps us on our toes. But yeah, that was the first thing.
Got you trained.
Yes, that was the first thing I did with my my new phone, my new Android phone, and so I posted it up on Instagram and I put it up on Facebook. That was the first one. So yeah, I'm going to try to be more active on Instagram and on and being able to post things on on the fly with that phone to Facebook and stuff. Plus we got some other things in the iron that are just being slow coming, but trying to blast up there into the
hell that is today.
What's that?
I said, should we talk about the hell it is today?
Oh shit. That's
Or are we having too much fun?
Well, we were having fun, but This is our
We
job.
could always still have some fun, hey, you know.
Yeah. No. No, as a matter of fact, this whole Bolton thing, when I heard it, when I heard the story this morning, I had not known that he had offered to resign yesterday. But as soon as I heard that, it tells you everything. Yeah, Donnie's going to tell you, no, let's wait till tomorrow so he can turn around and fire him. That's such chicken shit crap. But that's who he is. Because everybody...
He wants to be the first to let everybody know.
Yeah. Well, also, it's a thing about... there's a difference if somebody resigns. They're quitting. I don't... Mattis did that. I'm quitting.
Yeah, they're quitting, and they're actually saying, I can't work with you.
I can't work with you anymore. You're an asshole, so I'm leaving. But if you're fired, well, that insinuates that you screwed up and did something worth firing for. That's what it is. It's Donnie wants that illusion that he's the smart one.
That he's the boss.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
We all know that isn't true.
No, and I always say that he's never fired anybody face to face in his life. He's always done it by Twitter or sent somebody over to tell Bob he's out of here or some shit like that. He's not man enough to do anything.
I actually heard a story about that, when they had the Apprentice thing on. Because I like Gene Simmons. And Gene Simmons said, yeah, that guy can go, himself.
Yeah.
Because he said, I can tell you right now, I could buy and sell him 3 million times over. He wouldn't even know.
Yeah. Donnie is not near as rich as everybody thinks, or what he tries to make everybody think.
And I guess they haven't talked to this day, and he used to,
He's cash poor. He's cash poor.
Yeah.
He lost $1 billion in the 90s.
Yeah. How do you do that? In a casino. When you're the house.
Yeah, in a casino.
You're the house.
You have a mathematical advantage in your favor, and you still lose money?
Well,
maybe it's because he has to pay off all these whores.
It could be a long list, too. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
With him being resigning and stuff,
right.
All of a sudden we got track of the Taliban coming. Well, according to one of the news, I think it was NBC I was watching last night or early this morning, I can't remember which, said that they think that it was him that leaked that the Taliban was going to come because he was arguing with Trump not to have that and have them on the U.S. soil.
That Bolton leaked it?
That Bolton leaked it.
That's what I heard. That Bolton leaked it, and that's what this is all about.
Well,
and hats off to Bolton.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because maybe he's that's actually what I heard. They're trying to keep him delusional while they're trying to run the country.
It's sad.
Bolton was keeping him in line.
Well, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. They're trying to keep him in line so they can, keep the home fires burning instead of burning down.
Yeah.
I think they're learning. It's just taking too much time.
Yeah. The whole Republican Party is taking a hit with this shit every day. It drifts deeper and deeper into just a slum bucket. The final votes of 2018 were cast today. That's the headline up there I was just reading. That's in North Carolina's 9th district. They're just getting a vote today. Polls should be closing pretty soon if they ain't already closed out there.
Donnie didn't win. No.
Yeah, well, he's more or less on the ballot. Just waiting to see who's going to. This is when the district they caught out in North Carolina, where they were vote tampering and had. It was a nasty. It was the normal Republican bullshit that they try to pull almost everywhere. I bet. It was outright fraud. Abrams, that's what it was. Who it was.
Yeah. I heard that.
It says
the guy that was governor, the one that was governor, was in charge of all the. Before he was governor, was in charge of all the voting ballots and all the other shit. He should have recused himself. And
but he didn't.
Down.
Yep, no, he didn't.
And he cleared off 150 ballots or voters off the registries in 4 districts.
Looks like Republican Greg Murphy wins North Carolina's 3rd congressional district race.
Now, they had to redo their district maps, I think. If I'm not mistaken, they had to redraw their maps. What about the 9th district? Because that's where the fraud went on. So I guess there it is. North Carolina's 9th district is very Republican, but the Democrat still has a chance.
So I guess maybe the results aren't in yet, or
maybe not, because they're saying.
Let's hope it goes blue.
Let's hope it goes blue, baby. And it needs
they got the results right here. So 23% in on House District 9, and so far the Blues in the lead, 52.9%. Versus 46%.
There you go.
There you
but
go.
only an estimated 26% is in.
It's only 26% in, but we'll keep an eye on it. That would be great because with them trying to steal that district, because that's the district that was in the news, the 9th district, when this guy was out there stealing votes, actually forging people's names and shit like that,
and throwing them in the dumpsters.
Yeah, they're just scumbag guys. We're gonna take your vote for you, Grandma. Yeah. They were just those kind of people, but I'd be real tickled to death to see it go blue, and it looks like it might. So we'll keep an eye on that tonight.
Yeah, I'll keep refreshing and checking in.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know this was happening, so this is gonna be entertainment right here to look into.
Well.
It's also nailed. Well, for me, it ain't nailed.
He was there last night. He was trying to pump the crowd out, reminding him that he had the biggest election in history, baby. He pointed out 10 women in the front row. I guess. I didn't read the full story because it's about these 10 women and who gives a shit about them. But evidently these 10 women follow him around to every rally that he goes to, and they sit right up in the front row. And last night he called them out. He said they look extremely rich. Well, freak, I bet they got money somewhere if they're following your dumb ass around town to town.
Hair?
Huh? They follow.
Hair?
Yeah, really. Anyway, you hit on us that Democrats.
Yeah, you better watch it. He might be looking for the new wife. You never know.
Oh shit! Who, Donnie? If Melania had any sense at all, which I doubt, she's in it for the money, just like him. They're birds of a feather in my book. But if she was smart, she'd divorce his ass. Think how much money she could make writing a book. Being the star in the movie.
Yeah. So was Ivana. So was Marla Maples.
Yep,
so was.
Well, that's what I find funny about him coming up with who is it, Sanderson or something like that? The guy in South Carolina, I think, the Appalachian Trail guy. What's his name?
Yeah. Stanford.
Yeah, Stanford. Donnie's out there touting his little love affair down in Venezuela. Look at this guy. He's a scumbag. He went down to Venezuela and had to mess around. Well, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? Are you shitting me?
Kidding.
Let's take a list, baby, of your shit that's going on.
List.
Yeah,
let's see. Ivana, Marla Maples, Marla, and then you had Stormy Daniels, and then you had Karen McDougal. There you go.
There you go. But hey, that doesn't count. That's to them. That's what their answer. Yeah, but that doesn't count. That didn't mean nothing. Are you shitting
And we
me?
don't know about the other people.
Oh, and don't you know there's plenty of other people?
I mean, there's like you heard everybody heard the Hollywood Access tape.
Really quick, I got a little bit of breaking news here.
What's that?
So I want to give a quick shout out to Challenger Network.
Challenger Network.
Of course, he was one of our.
We miss our YouTube family, baby. I'm telling you.
Well, he posted something in the
all right.
in the Discord off-topic channel to everybody in the call. I would suggest look at the off-topic channel, and you can see this. And Dad, take a look at this shit.
I don't see it.
Hang on, I'm gonna show you something. 1 second.
We miss our YouTube family, baby. I'm telling you.
You're gonna love this.
I'm gonna love it.
This is awesome.
Oh man, the fish.
Let's see here. He drew some art for you.
Hey, look at that shit.
Dad.
Hey, look at that shit. Oh, look, he's even got my pipe.
He's got your pipe, your Teach Peace shirt, your JB buckle.
I mean, look at that crap.
Challenger
Network, baby. I'm telling you. Can we steal that?
Can we steal it?
Can we steal that?
No, but we can.
That is out freaking standing. Look at that. I even look good. I look better in real life. I look better in there than I do in real life, baby. Challenger Network, man. Man.
I'm glad someone can draw better than I can. I can't draw a straight line to save my ass.
I can't draw a straight line. Even if you gave me a freaking ruler, I'd probably hiccup halfway through it. That is so outstanding. I am impressed.
And man, you look really lean there. Like you got some muscle there,
got some abs there going on.
Damn.
Look at them chest. Boy, howdy shit. I look good. Hell, I'm telling you, man.
I'm gonna save that. And
Challenger Network. Thank you very much, baby.
Holy shit, that's
a
great.
picture of you from 1988, John?
Yeah, that's a few years ago. My beard was a little shorter then, I guess. I gained a little more beard, and I evidently lost a whole lot of fucking muscle. I love it. Mama's gonna love that shit.
I'm gonna go in there and show it to her in just a second.
Yeah, go in there and show that to Mama.
That's so cool.
That is outstanding.
You need to get some photo paper and print it off.
Yeah. We need. I want that on my logo. I want that up there on my thing.
It's one of those things where it's like I just love. One of the coolest things I think you can do for anybody, like a gift for a loved one, a creator, or whoever, is fan art or just art of something of themselves or something they like.
That's what Travis calls it, fan art. And I'm
this
telling
is
you,
really fucking neat.
Those are the, if y'all give the camera back here again for a minute. I love that. If y'all have noticed, we've done a little bit of studio changing around because we put the resist flag, switch cameras.
Yep.
You can the resist flag you can see now, so nobody thinks it says racist. Just want to put that out there. What's that sound behind him? Is that racist? No, assholes. It says resist, baby. So we moved that over there, and then switch cameras.
Yep.
And then we put our two Superman and Superwoman S up there, and right below is my cowboy hat man, and these are things, my oyster shells, those Mama, in our blue wave. Out there and
like the music TW makes and all this other cool shit.
That's just stuff that, man, it cuts straight to the heart, and and I appreciate that. I like to keep things like that in view. Even I got my $10 Canadian bill right there, and because I'm proud of that, and I'm proud that Canada put a black woman on their money.
Me too.
What the hell is wrong? Hey, Rolanda Baker, ain't it your birthday? I think it's your birthday, baby. If it is, I'm off a day or something, but happy birthday if I'm off. She is out in Arizona. She has been an activist out there for a long time, so I'm glad to see you in there, baby. Randy Peterson's in there. I appreciate that, buddy. And Karen Cormier. Are you out of Facebook jail, Karen? Just wondering. I've never seen anybody get in Facebook
jail.
Are you, Mitch?
No, that was you.
I am.
Oh.
I am.
Sorry, I got his Discord thing away for a second, so you can't see who's talking.
I love that freaking picture.
Yeah, there you go. Now you can see who's talking.
Look at the cowboy.
Travis, can you have Velka back in? She left.
Oh, thank you for pointing that out. I'll bring her right back.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but I just sent John a picture I used for my Twitter header that I drew for myself while I was in the hospital today. Maybe you'll want to take a peek at that. I think you will find it very amusing.
Where'd you send it?
I sent it to John's direct message.
You got it. 1 second. On Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay, let me try to go find it.
Man, I love that Challenger Network picture. That is so cool.
Smart dude too.
He really is.
Yeah.
I missed his comments that we used to get on the YouTube.
All of our,
all of our YouTube family.
I'm glad Twizzle Snizzle's out there on Periscope. He's the only one hung with us there, I think, that hangs with us over on that crowd.
I can't get the Periscope on mine. I can't find it on my computer for some unknown reason.
I don't know. I had it on my iPad. I've stripped my iPad now. My iPad is now at the point of, you know how you type shit? Well, I can type shit and then get up and get a cup of coffee and come back later and wait for it to fill in where I'm typing. I just, I forgot where I was. I have to wait for it to put it up on the screen so I remember where was I and what was I saying.
I have an old Android tablet like that. When you're typing it just can't keep up.
This is, if it wasn't for Michael Sean up in Chicago sending us that MacBook Pro, I'm afraid the show would have died long ago because this iPad, what I was using at the time, would not. I went to take a picture of Fred today. I'm sorry, not enough storage.
Yeah, well, that's why you got the new phone.
I got a new phone, buddy.
So,
and I'm gonna.
Mitch, is that you punching Hitler?
Oh, look at there, Mitch. Superman. Punching is that Hitler or is that 45? Well, what difference? It's the same guy, metaphorically.
The same guy, yeah.
Slap that up there. There you go. Mitch. Boy, howdy, Mitch. You're quite the artist also.
Oh, did we lose Mitch?
I don't even know how to.
There.
Oh, shit.
I don't even know how to do.
I think that is Mitch. That's
thing.
Mitch kicking ass. That's Mitch kicking ass.
Oh, there you go. There's Mitch.
Look at the muscles on that dude.
Orange is my color, and you'll notice I have the peace symbol in there. And you have to understand that I am a pacifist and I'm against war.
Right, I knew that.
Nazis need to be punched because those motherfuckers tried to turn my relatives into soap.
Yep.
And they will be punched.
Yep.
So don't come around me with a swastika unless you like the feeling of a fucking baseball bat up the side of your fucking head.
You're pretty good size, Mitch. That photograph there, I mean, that picture ain't too far. Well, I think you're exaggerating a little bit on the forearm.
I don't think I'm not cut quite like Superman.
It's the attitude, baby. Like it's the attitude. It ain't about the size of the dog in the fight, baby. It's the fight and the dog. It's that kind of shit.
See those pecs? That's what my back looks like. Like shoulder blades.
There you go. Shit. I got a few pictures of me when in my roughnecking days when I was. Yeah, I look at them and go, that's pretty fucking good. Look at that shit. And then I look at where I'm at now, and oh well. Wisdom. I've grown more wisdom. That's what it is. Or something. Anyway, what do we got? Blue Dot Hank, are you in there, buddy?
I'm here.
I'm glad to see you here, buddy. How's everything going over there? Across the way.
We have been celebrating today because of the demise of Mr. Hawk Bolton.
Yeah.
So we're all very glad that bastard is gone.
He is quite the warmonger, buddy. I'm telling you, he was when he got picked as security advisor. I think everybody had the same thought. He wants to bomb Iran. That's what he always had a hard on for wanting to go to war with Iran. He's been known as a hawk, and he was, he's always been that way.
He has blood on his hands.
Yes.
Just look at Afghanistan and Iraq.
Yeah, he wants to take a harder stand in all of in North Korea and even down in Venezuela. He wanted to get some shit down there going.
Yeah, it was rather funny because today I wrote on Facebook that I was very happy that he's gone, and an American friend of mine wrote, "Well, what will we get in return? We might get Ivanka as national security advisor." And then someone else said, "Well, but she's a shoe designer." And then
that's what I was just gonna say. Well, we'll give you some new shoes.
Yeah,
and then I replied that it would be the first time that the U.S. military would get fashionable shoes.
Yeah, really. I'm telling you, ain't it sad? We're all waiting to see who the next the next one's going to be.
Crying out loud. The president is a reality show.
How long is he gonna last?
Yeah, and how long he'll last. Yeah, really. He's already gone through 3. And is he in it?
Hey, the next one I give, let's make a bet. The next one I bet won't last 6 months.
We ought to start a pool. And then see how long the next guy lasts. With the whole list of people that have left.
I'd like to compliment Mitch with this drawing.
What's that?
Mitch.
Oh,
Mitch, it's an drawing. I mean, you probably hate the Nazis as much as I do. I'm a Dutch Antifa member, so we kick Nazi ass almost every other week here.
Good deal. They need it.
God bless you.
We don't like those critters.
Yeah, well, that's what
we don't do pacifism when it comes to Nazis.
No.
Oh no, I don't.
And that's what I don't understand.
War, but in case of Nazis, it's perfectly all right to comb their bald heads with a nice baseball bat comb.
Yeah, that's the thing about I just don't understand how American people can justify, you know, skinheads, Nazis, you know, white supremacist bullshit. I just don't understand how they can.
Yeah, there was a guy I know who was talking all about like free speech and the First Amendment, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I said, well, when you give Nazis the right to spread their filth and
Yes.
walk around your streets with swastika flags, you are pissing on all the graves of the guys in Normandy. That's what
you know.
doing.
I really
It's
feel
not
the same way,
patriotic.
but that's the catch-22 of our First Amendment is free speech, and it can be, you know, they take that shit literally straight to the law, and you know, so they have a right to do just about anything as long as you're not hurting somebody else.
What the First Amendment says is that Congress can't create a law to inhibit free speech.
Right.
It does not say that you have the right to say whatever you want. It does not say that you have the right to say something without consequence.
Well, that's what I
strap a
always say.
swastika onto your arm, you are saying to me that you support the people who killed my family.
Yes. And I would imagine you would take offense to that, Mitch. So, you know, but that's what I say. That's what I say is everybody has a right to say or advertise whatever they want. That's their right. If you want to proclaim to the world that you're a freaking moron, disgusting cockroach creature, well, that's your right, but you're going to have to expect the response.
And your name is Donnie.
Yeah, and your name is Donnie, and you're the president. You know, because that's, you know, let's face it, we haven't, you know, this whole rise of white supremacy, the attacks on the Jewish faith, you know, all this has been on the rise since this asshole got into office. Because that's the people he stimulates. That's the people he motivates. Is those cockroaches out there?
It's been that way
give you a
since
small
9/11.
example of Europe. Karl Popper, sociologist, philosopher, he wrote what the boundaries are of free speech. And in Europe, we are very strict, especially when Nazis are concerned, or racists, or white supremacists. We have laws that forbid swastikas and other stuff. I mean, showing them openly, you can have them on a model kit. Nobody gives a fuck really. Or you can wear them when you're reenacting. Doesn't matter because you're showing history.
Right.
But as soon as you start doing political stuff with it or uttering hate speech, you can be judged in a court of law, and you will be. So you will be fined. You will be incarcerated. Depends on what you said or what you did. So there is a really big right-wing movement, anti-Nazi movement in Europe, and we remember. I think you should remember too.
We should every day should remember what happened.
Yeah.
And how
also
we got
in Europe,
there.
you need to remember they have Napoleonic law in many countries in Europe, and under Napoleonic law, you are not innocent until proven guilty. You are guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, it's the other way around. No, there's a lot.
In part that is true. In part that is true. It's not entirely. It's still Napoleonic.
You still have the opportunity to prove your innocence.
We have very strict laws that tell you that when you insult somebody else, based on creed, race, sexual preference, unless you're a pedophile, of course. Then you can be judged in a court of law, and you will be judged in a court of law for what you've said. So this Wilders dude, this right-wing politician, Dutch politician who was with Lindsey Graham last week, I think, he is under trial at the moment, at this very moment, because he shouted during an election meeting, he shouted, "Do you want more or less Moroccans?" And everybody there shouted less, less, less. And that was a reason for many people to press charges against him. And that's why he's in court
It's
of law.
formulating that mob mentality, and that's what Donnie's doing in this country.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he's doing.
The same in America.
Allow it.
The whole rally last night was just it was, you know, at this point I really do it's almost like anybody showing up to his rally is either a white supremacist or a Klan member in my personal
because they basically like to hear the same stuff.
Right. They are just in love. They want him to get chants going. They want him to say something really mean about other people and stuff like that. That's who they are. But we need to take heed.
Rally,
go ahead.
I didn't see the rally, but did you just say that there were women following him around? He asked them whether they were rich or, well.
No,
really
he made
story.
the comment that he thought they were rich as hell. He said, "I think they're rich as hell, or they look rich as hell." That's what he said.
It's a habit. The Dutch Prime Minister was in America for a short meeting with Trump, and a Dutch entrepreneur guy who bought a American flag that flown over D-Day, that was carried on D-Day, like a collector. He brought that back home to the United States, and of course Trump had to receive it, which I find an insult to all these soldiers anyway.
Right.
But then Trump said to this collector who bought this American military flag from D-Day, that he thought he was very rich. So the only thing that Trump thinks about with people when seeing people is, can it be an asset or not?
Right.
Is he rich? Can I
Can
earn
I
something?
exploit that?
He's a conman.
Yeah. But evidently there's there was a news article written about him that evidently they follow him around all over the place. Well, he's got that diamond and silk, going. It's not just that. You got Sean Hannity, he does the same thing. He drools all over Trump. Tucker Carlson, all the whole crew over there at the Fox Spews. They do basically the same thing. I see the controversy with the National Oceanic. Thank you, Oceanic. I can say it. I just got Oceanic.
Just had to think about it for a second.
And Atmospheric Administration is still in a tiff over the Alabama thing, and there was more people standing up challenging it and all that stuff. So I was glad to see that. It's just another little crack with all the news that you see every day about this shit. And today's no different with the firing of John Bolton and the way he did it. It's just, at some point there's just going to be a whole. There was a story today that his approval dropped again. Yeah. It's down to 38%. It's going down.
Just keep going, because I want to see it just keep going.
Yeah, to me, that's still too high.
Bolton resigned. It might actually be that Bolton resigned himself. He might as well have done that.
Oh, yeah. Well, he attempted to. He tried to resign. And did you see his resignation letter? I hereby resign. Thank you for letting me serve John Bolton. It's two lines long or some shit like that. Not a lot of love there. Not a lot of love, no. I'm thinking. But
I'm sorry, but I'd have put I'm resigning blank you.
Yeah, I would have said fuck off, asshole. Goodbye. I'm out of here. Your shit stinks. Your shit stinks. That's all the Trump name means nowadays is crap. And it makes you wonder who he's going to get next. Who's going to be the next person to step up and get a freaking asterisk next to their name? Oh, you look at here. You got shit on you. We can't hire you. Get out of here. You work for that man. I don't know how people can at this point. So who is he going to get?
Look at where Sarah Huckabee had to go.
Yeah. Well, that's their only out. When they get out of the White House, the only place they can go is over to Fox News, over to the propaganda station. That's their only out. Because in the rest of America, they look like fools and liars. And that's what Sarah looks like. Sarah Huckabee or...
Sarah Huckabee.
Sarah.
Let's all congratulate the soon-to-be ex-husband of Sarah Palin.
Yes. We're all rooting for that one, ain't we? See, there's good news. There's news in the news that makes you smile. And that one made me smile. Look at Tara. They're getting a divorce. Oh, how sad that is. Whoop-dee shit. Let's go.
It's just, it's the idea that they tried to be this picture-perfect family, which, let's be honest, there's a rarity.
It was the biggest mistake John McCain ever made, I believe.
Yeah.
Was picking that woman for vice president.
Yeah.
It torpedoed him, man. It just sunk his ass. Because once she opened her mouth, I
can't remember. Was she allowed at the funeral? John McCain?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Man,
really
that's harsh. That's like,
Well, she was a bimbo.
Of course.
She's, it's...
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, like, can you imagine, like, Oh yeah, no, you're nowhere
She
near
thought
allowed
she
in
was
my
going to be able to
funeral.
run run herself. I mean, she really got full of herself. You know,
Yep.
it was pitiful to watch, and then the whole fiasco. You know, it's sad enough that if you're in a situation, well, it's pitiful. Maybe you got you know pregnant out of
The only, one
wedlock.
that got, the only one that really got a kick out of it was Tina Fey. She really made a
Yeah, she made a
doing
career
it.
out of that shit. Didn't she? As a matter of fact, I like it when Tina Fey plays her. Now, I don't like to see the real Sarah Palin up there because she looks like shit and I want to slap her. But put Tina Fey up there and I'll watch her all day long. Oh, look at her. She's pretty. I like Tina Fey.
Seeing the I can see Russia from Alaska from my right.
Yeah.
Sarah Palin never did say that. It was from
No.
off of Saturday Night Live.
Well, she said that Alaska was the only place that if you went to certain areas you could see, and it's true, you could see Russia or portions. I think there's an island or some shit out there you could see. I don't know.
It's not on the ocean chain.
Yeah. Oh, that's where I was, baby.
Really quick, just something that I feel like should be brought up. Today marks, what is it, the 17th? 18th? Can't remember. Anyway, anniversary of the last normal, quote-unquote,
Last
normal
normal
day
day.
in America. Before things really started going down the shitter.
Yeah, tomorrow is the anniversary of
I know.
9/11.
Before he was sworn in, or 9/11.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
this was before we got scared of everything for sure.
To this day, I can't rewatch those. I seen them live on TV. This
Yeah.
day, I cannot watch them.
Yeah, I imagine there's
I
going to be
saw a
some
really
on
good
tomorrow
article.
too. I don't find I'll be
It was
a really
I'll
there
be
was-
doing things.
there was a really good article about the man who jumped.
Oh, yeah.
And is on a photo. It's a really intense article. However, and let me play devil's advocate for a second. Of course, I was seeing what happened live, and we were all shocked in Europe. We were harrowed.
Oh, we were all
we
shocked.
were sad. However, we saw it coming. We had
Yep.
many of my friends and me had the idea, okay, this was bound to happen because of the meddling of the United States governments, subsequent governments in world affairs, especially in the Middle East.
Well,
And
they
so
took
we
a
were not
very-
surprised.
Yeah.
Well, it was when the World Trade Center was bombed the first time, and
Yeah.
we got a big hint of there's something wrong. When you look at everything how it happened, it's scary how the freedoms of our country allowed that process to go forward in here. So the freedoms that we appreciate here is what allowed some of that to progress into what it was. But it's a different world, and it has been ever since.
It's all
One
right
right
that
erupted.
Raptors got executed, basically, even though I wanted to have seen him in a court of law in America standing trial. But I think the mass hysteria, in a way, and outrage, of course, caused the Afghan war, basically.
Well,
And that it's still going on, the Afghan war. I think yesterday or
yes.
2 days ago, an American soldier died there again.
right?
One more on the
Excuse me.
thousands at the moment.
We
So the-
we went into the wrong
Excuse-
two countries.
Well,
The country,
yeah,
Saudi Arabia was it.
basically, had George W. Bush shown restraint, real restraint, things might have been very different. I'm not sure about it, of course. I understand why America did what it did, and we were all shocked by 9/11. But 9/11 then was
Well, there was
abused.
there was a huge desire in this country after 9/11 to hit back at
Lash
those
out.
that did.
And that was in
That was
Afghanistan.
in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
That's where Al Qaeda was, and
True. But they were all Saudi and Iraqi.
yes, yeah. Well, see, that's what I
Right.
always remember is that 19 of the hijackers were from Saudi Arabia. The whole operation was funded from money from Saudi Arabia. You keep finding Saudi Arabia all over this thing,
and then we
and
give them.
we give them a pass, and still to this day do. And what is that? In my book, it's just we're sellouts for it. It's all about the money and the oil. That's all about it is. And nothing is more important than that, because we do not have traditional values with Saudi Arabia. They're still a backwards country as far as I'm concerned, as far as a lot of rights and shit like that, women's rights and all that. No, they still chop people's heads off over there in the street. Shit.
They kept a kid in prison for he was 13 years old, did a mistake, kept him in prison until he was 18 years old and beheaded him.
Oh, we'll just keep you until you're old enough, and then we'll chop your head off. Yeah, when you start looking at it, it's a disgusting, unless you're part of the Saudi royal family and ultra rich, you're a squat over there, and
yeah, true.
But it demonstrates the whole the lust that this country has for the oil and the money that comes out of Saudi Arabia. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's not anything else. No strategic alliance with shit or like I said, shared values.
Basically,
there are no shared values.
It's basically because you're living in an oligarchy and not a democracy at the moment.
Well, Donnie's doing his best to turn us into an oligarchy.
What you just said about Saudi Arabia being backwards and cutting people's heads off and executing people, I mean, yes, that's disgusting, it's horrible, it's sickening, but isn't it equally sickening that in the United States people are syringed to death?
Or what?
That there are states that have death penalty in the United States.
Yes.
Is that not equally
goes on
barbaric?
here, and there's a battle all the time over the death penalty in just about every state and in federal courts. Yes, we still have the death penalty here. It's been botched a few times, and there's things that they've tried to change, and I'll be right up front there. That the death penalty is well, it's not a deterrent. You're not going to deter anybody with the death penalty. That's not going to stop somebody if they're going to commit a crime like that. That's not even in their consideration whether or not I'm going to go to jail or do I get the death penalty. That only comes in play after they get caught, and then they want to make a deal to save their ass.
The Netherlands got some backlash because life in our country is really life without parole.
Well, that's what I used to say about Louisiana when I was growing up. Louisiana, and life in Louisiana meant life. You were sent to Angola, and you're going to fucking die there. That's what life meant in Louisiana. And across the country here, you get life, it's 20 years. And then they take time off for good behavior and all of that. We should work through redemption. We should work towards, bringing those people back into society, because they're going to come back out. We can't keep people in jail forever. And a lot of them in there, they're in there for charges that won't normally bring a prison sentence. There's rules and laws in this country that went overboard. The 3 strikes law. Well, you've been arrested twice. You're getting a little minor offense here with something, and next thing you know, you got life. And
it might also be it might also be culturally decided, of course, because I think America has a culture of retribution. More than Europe.
Yeah, probably so.
Revenge.
Probably so. Because that's what it is. It's a revenge thing. I'm going to tell you the truth. Sometimes I'm on the fence on this because I am not for the death penalty as a rule. Have I seen cases where it's justified? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And I've seen some cases that shit, let me pull the freaking lever. Because it's so disgusting what we see some people do. So I'm like a lot of people that you don't want somebody to die. You don't wish it. Like you're going to go sell popcorn and peanuts like they used to do when they hang people. They'd call everybody out to the public square and have a party. Watch this guy die. No, that's not
well,
it.
I'm of the opinion that no state, no government, no state has the right to kill its own citizens.
Right.
Period.
That's the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Life is one of those things guaranteed. So that's the big debate.
War crimes is a different thing, of course.
Yeah.
Like as guys who kill Jews.
Right. Right.
That's
a crime of humanity. For that. Those are the kind. Well, don't cry to me, baby. Line them up against. Get the hell out of here. You're evil, and we don't want that to propagate. you know, it's a world we live in
It's
nowadays. What's that?
It's difficult.
It is.
The entire discussion, of course.
Well, it is difficult because I mean you have people here that they've done really bad things like killed a person, raped them, dismembered, and stuff like that. Right. Then I'm kind of on the fence because it's like, okay, they don't deserve to live, but then there's then like you have some of the other ones that were instigated. We just had one that passed away not too long ago that was an instigator. He didn't do anything, but he should have been somewhere, but he was. We all know who that was.
Was that Manson?
Manson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he didn't kill him. Well,
I mean, he got life in prison, but he didn't really do anything. He didn't
partake in the murders that they were convicted for. He wasn't. He wasn't there.
He sure instigated them.
Oh yeah, he was the motivating factor.
Yeah, but that is a clause in U.S. law, isn't it? That you can be convicted for a crime that you helped commit.
Yes.
As an accessory.
As an accessory to the crime.
My biggest problem with the death penalty is
what's that?
That I know that was a man killed in Texas that was not guilty. His DNA proved it, and they killed him anyway.
Yeah,
I agree.
And
there's a lot like that. I can see that. Yes.
Yes, and
I can understand.
I cannot abide the death penalty because of it.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you, Velda. It's a very difficult topic because there's some people who it's like how Dad put it. Let me pull the lever, but at the same time, it's like there've been so many cases where
especially nowadays DNA.
Proof.
I'll give you an example of the opposite. The guy that I was that guy they convicted out and proved that he did it. That wrapped a chain around a black man's neck and hooked him to the truck and drug him for 4 or 5 miles. That guy?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's hang him up here. Let's string him up. I'll pull the lever myself. That's the kind of shit.
Just do the same thing to him as he did to the other guy.
Right.
I agree.
That's great. I'd even, okay, drug to death. Yep. Well, hook up the rope. Let's go, baby.
To get back to...
That was like...
Go ahead.
That was like the... I don't know if you guys heard about it. It was the killer that killed the young woman in Byers, Colorado, and he was in the death penalty, and he was like the first to die in Colorado. Wow. Yeah, I guarantee. See, I knew the girl, and I guarantee if they would have got there 5 minutes later, they wouldn't have had to worry about the death penalty because all those boys had shotguns on him. They knew he did it.
Mm.
Well,
they knew he did it. They proved he did it.
There's a saying. There's a law here in Texas that if 3 or 4 witness there's a fast lane to the death penalty here in Texas. If there's 3 or 4 witnesses to your crime, you get a fast pack.
But those witnesses lie.
Yeah, they do. Witnesses change their stories and stuff. It's a difficult situation, and as a rule, myself. I think I'd rather die than spend life in prison because that shit's not, where are you going for the rest of your freaking life?
There is, of course, a reason.
Check me out, baby. I don't want to put up with this shit.
Go ahead. There is a reason that the state or the government wants to decide with impartial judges who is guilty and who is not, because nobody wants to see a lynch mob.
Right.
But to bring it back to 9/11 again, had any of these hijackers been captured, I would not have worried about them being shot or whatever, executed, because it was an act of war. And in war, the enemy combatant who terrorizes civilians is in general shot. It didn't happen with the American soldiers in My Lai, but they were tried and they were convicted.
Yes, they was. That was a difficult thing for the United States to go through. Was the My Lai massacre. There are stories in our history that we cannot be proud of. As in every country, there are stories in our histories that we're not proud of our acts. And
the Dutch in Indonesia, for instance.
Yeah, so it's part of the same fight that we're in now.
To you guys.
Yeah. Slave trading and whatnot. It's the same fight. I say this all the time. That ever since the conception of this country, it has been a constant battle for one thing or another. It's been a fight every year for the rights of somebody in this country. But we have to continue that fight every day, and we will for hundreds of years to come, because it's going to take that long for us to even come close to
You are completely right, though I do not agree fully with the hundreds of years. We don't have hundreds
that's
of years
true.
anymore.
That's true, Hank. We have less time than what we think, my friend, is what I actually think. But it's we can see what we're faced with every day in the news, how terrible people can be.
I read an article yesterday online. We are way past the moment of no return.
Yeah.
We are way past
I fear that myself, because every day I go look in the news and there's more stories about climate change and what it is doing. And it is, if you pay attention to it, that shit is scary.
People are migrating already.
Yeah. I live right by the coast. Hell, if this keeps up, I'm gonna have beachfront property. I'm at about 30 foot of sea level. That's not much.
Put a boat in the yard, you'll be fine.
I got one. Got a boat and a kayak. Well, the boat's screwed up.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It ain't big enough for us to live in, so we're going to have to work on that raft.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we can make one.
No.
We can watch that primitive technology guy on YouTube and figure it out.
Oh, we love this shit. We've got a new thing around our house.
There's an ark built in Tennessee that's floatable.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it. We'll all head to Tennessee. Or Kentucky. Is it Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Yeah. They got the ark.
Oh God, that big ass thing.
I bet it wouldn't even float. Got a big hole in the side where everybody goes in and out anyway.
They're wondering why does no one, why is it so, why is it such a failing business? It's because, for one, I think that they charge too much for people to get in, because it costs so much money to build the damn thing.
The only reason I would even go by there is if I got close enough to get a picture of it without having to go in and just, look how this,
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a pretty incredible creation.
Oh, it's a massive undertaking. But it costs Kentucky in that area a whole lot of freaking money.
Exactly.
To build that thing with the tax breaks that they gave in one of the little towns. I read the story about that. It's going broke because they were hoping to get a lot of the traffic going to see the Ark in their town. Well, then they went and built a bypass around the town and stuck a bunch of new hotels over there by the place, and shit, the little towns, it's not getting a dime.
It's like all the small towns out here for the oil field.
Yeah. It's the same.
It's like that little town in Florida, right by where Disneyland is, and it's like a little small town, and now it's like, oh, really? It's still there? And it's Kissimmee, and it's right next door.
Did any of you see these grim evangelicals on the beach praying to the hurricane to go away?
She's right there with Marianne Williamson out there thinking she was going to use her mind to go the other way if we all just think at the same time.
Guys, you use the nuclear weapon and shoot it in there, and it disperses the
Yeah, that's what you do. You drop a bomb in it. What's wrong with these people? The simplest solution. Really, I'm telling you, there's some.
They blew up Congress. No.
It's still early in the season, though. I mean, we're midway through the season, and I'm still nervous. Every time there's a hurricane out there, I look at the trajectory.
I look at the poor Bahamas, and I'm just thinking,
oh man,
fuck, no.
That's what pissed me off is when Donnie was walking out to the helicopter. He said, "Well, there's places in the Bahamas that weren't hit by the hurricane." Oh yeah, get your freaking Sharpie out, buddy, and let's see where that is. Show us on that freaking map.
Okay.
That's what I said. He probably drawn Mar-a-Lago. Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Velda?
What I was gonna say was, I love the fact that the people they've got a clean record. We've always had an open border with the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, if you fly in, you didn't even need a visa.
Yeah.
And now Trump is saying, "Oh, they're rapists, they're murderers, they're junkies."
The same.
He's
just
selling
because their skin is brown.
Translation, they're black. That's the translation.
50 people of one family. Sidney Poitier's family are still missing.
That's sad. That is sad, Velda. And it's heartbreaking because we all sat here and watched how long that hurricane stood over that island. That's it's one thing to get hit bad enough by a Cat 5, but you sit one there for 30-something hours. I can
There
only
was no plan
imagine.
for evacuation.
Oh, it was.
America did not have a plan for evacuation. They didn't offer help. They didn't do anything.
Well,
They didn't know.
Yeah.
Nobody knew.
Well, I think when they got a track that a lot of them got out, but how that that's a personal thing. A lot of them.
NASA had been following this hurricane build-up from more than 10 days before it started. More than enough time for the U.S. military to get people out.
Well, I'm not going to say that.
European military also, for that matter.
Yeah. There were cruise ships that have been in there to try to get people out after the storm, but this is after the storm.
Yeah, that's after the fact.
Yeah, this is after the fact.
Yeah.
It's,
the bad thing about it is that he thinks, oh, I was right. See, it's going to hit Alabama. It's like, no, you were wrong. Unless you did something illegal, but you're not going to say that because you're an idiot.
That kind of attention onto the Bahamas. And there is a massive uptake in donations and stuff going out to the Bahamas from the United States. So yeah, if you're able to, there's organizations out there that you can donate to right now, that to send help in that area.
I wish I could remember who just donated $1 million to the Bahamas.
Oh, wouldn't that be great if you were in that kind of position?
It was an artist. It was a movie star.
Good for them.
Oh, that's good for them.
George Clooney.
It was either a singer or a movie star. I can't remember.
If it was George Clooney, great. If it was whoever, that's great. I like to see that.
Even if it was Koch brothers.
Like at least you're doing something right with your money.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody that spent millions to rebuild an inanimate object, how about helping these people over in the Bahamas?
Thank you, Velda. I agree 110%.
Yeah, things can be rebuilt, but these people need their lives back. And that's what pissed me off when he said that, they can stay in places where it wasn't hit. There wasn't a place on that island that wasn't hit.
I think Trump would send to the Bahamas 10,000 boxes of Sharpies. Probably.
Yeah, well, he'd probably send a whole bunch of paper towels and that's it.
Paper towels.
Yeah, Sharpies, yeah. Here, build you a fence with these Sharpies. Just draw it in. Nobody will know.
Boston.
Yeah. It's, I don't know how that man has survived this long in office, I swear. The House, we're supposed to see a lot of activity out of them this week. And, it's Tuesday, baby. It got overshadowed by the Bolton firing story. So
I heard Thursday will be the day that they'll release everything.
On Thursday? Well, good deal.
Thursday they'll set out the letters of rules of engagement, I guess is what you want to call it.
I'll be on the edge of my
what
seat.
about these tax returns?
What's about what?
What's the tax returns?
The elusive tax returns. Well, they're still battling it out with Deutsche Bank over that, trying to get his returns out of Deutsche Bank. He just said at his little thing that when he's getting ready to run for the 2020, and he's got to do his financial disclosure again, and he's telling people out there it's gonna be amazing. It's beautiful numbers. Y'all are gonna be so amazed with the numbers. I'm gonna put everything out there except the taxes. So it's a bunch of.
Does it take that long to fiddle with the numbers?
What's that, Hank?
Does it take until November 2020 to backdate and fiddle the numbers?
Oh yeah, it's going to take him longer than that. It's the most ridiculous thing.
The reason it's going to be great is because he's ripped us off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's been making money left and right. Or the Trump organization has, not him. Well, not that he has anything to do with them.
Personally, I think it is great that military families are paying for the wall.
yeah, ain't that pitiful? Yeah, there's an investigation into the Air Force to see how much of that shit's been going on. How many flights have been scheduled over here, and are we looking at a racket? So yeah, I'm glad to see an investigation going in that direction, because we need to know this shit.
Scotland was investigating how come they were getting all that like 4 to 6 months before this broke.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're looking at it just because the story broke, because of Pence and everything else like that. But if it was going on yesterday, it was going on the day after the goddamn inauguration. Yep. He put that in motion because that's what it's all about.
Basically, this entire group of people, Republicans as well as Trump and his staff, they are ripping the Americans. They are ripping your country off. They are cleaning it out, basically.
Big time.
It's a mafia.
Big time. He's using our country as an ATM machine.
Yep.
Because you have to wonder deep down in his head, does he really believe he's going to get reelected?
No.
In his head, maybe. In the rest of us out here, no. But I remind you again, we didn't think he was going to be elected the first time. They ought to put a rule in for what?
Well, I think they should put a rule or a law in. You fucked over this country, you have to pay it back.
Yeah, no shit. I can't wait to see his ass in jail. That's what I can't wait to see.
I'd like to see him living on the streets in a cardboard box. Really.
Yeah. No
well, he wouldn't be able to do it. He wouldn't be able to do it.
No. But I'd like to see it anyway. That's what
I'd like to see it. Yeah.
It's just for him to be penniless and
this old box. Yep.
Yeah. I'm Donald Trump. I used to be president. Fuck off, bum. Get out of here.
We can always spray. Always spray paint the entire box gold. I mean, come on.
There's one guy. If he was holding out a cardboard sign, I'd drive by smiling. I wouldn't put a dime in that box, baby. And I'm known for that, baby. I can't drive by one of them guys without. Well, at least got $1 in your pocket or some shit, some change, if something, whatever I got. Yeah, I'm bad at that. No.
Oh, the best one I ever seen was in Spokane. Guy was standing on the corner. He says, "My rent's paid, my car, everything's paid. Stuff for I don't have any money left over for a pack of cigarettes and a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah.
Give me help."
Boy,
oh hell, I gave him $10.
There you go. At least he's honest, Yeah, I got a house. It's called a mortgage. I can't pay it. You got a little bit chip in here, buddy. I swear, for the.
When I was working, I used to, if I seen people like that, I'd say, "Hey, I can take you, and I'll go if you need diapers or stuff like that, I'll buy it for you. But I'm not going to just give you cash."
I am. I'm a sucker. I've received donations in the mail from people and walked right outside and handed it to somebody. Not a large donation, a small one.
I'll give him. I'll give him food. I'll take him to the shelter. I'll give him food, but. In general, with junkies, I don't give them cash because they only blow it on.
They're just going to blow it back in their arm again.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. I'm a soft take. I'll be the first one to admit it.
This is also a big difference, of course, between we do have homeless also in the Netherlands, less and less.
Right.
But England has even more. That's also very bad. However, we do have Social Security, which is almost non-existent in the U.S. of course.
Not in the way that y'all get it, yeah. Because y'all's whole society is more geared towards taking care of the individual, whereas here we're more geared towards taking care of the corporation. Leaving that people shit up to whatever the corporations want to give them. Throw the corporations.
I'm dealing right now with a family member. I'm trying to get them away from the corporation because I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. You owe your life to the company store, baby. I see Travis has thrown the names up there, so I guess it's quitting time. And again, I want to thank all y'all for coming in and spending time with us. The most precious thing that you can give us is your time, and we appreciate it so much. So I want to thank to all the guests here in the chat room, and for all those out here on Facebook that joined us today. And we miss you, YouTube, baby. Our whole family over there, we miss y'all, and we hope to be back on the air. October is coming slow as a snail, but we miss you and we think about y'all all the time. Can't wait till we're again live on there. The message is the same, baby. Every day we come on, the message is the same. The stories change, but the ultimate message is still the same. We have to stay involved, stay informed, and keep motivating others to be the same, because this ain't over until it's over, baby. And that ain't until November of 2020. And so we can't backslide at all, baby. We got to push that lever forward every day. Anyway, I'll do my rant tomorrow. It's hump day, so we're halfway there. Y'all know what to get ready. We only have a few more days till Friday. Y'all get ready for that shit. And in the meantime, enjoy your week. Try to get past everything you have to. And try to find a smile every day, baby. It helps the soul. Y'all take care, and we'll see you later. Bye.